Mutoid Jane.
That was good. That. Do you play live? Do you do live gigs?
Not now. Again, if I had a band, you know, I probably would. But I've got the day job and the marriage and all that lot. But it's one of them. It's
day jobs, marriages, and bands is a difficult one to. It's a difficult triangle to square, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I could just imagine that at a student gig, though. That'd be
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of them things. I am sort of out of practice and playing live in that sense. The only thing I do now is I sing in Barbara Male Voice Choir in Doncaster. But
nice contrasting styles there. Yeah.
Well, I like all sorts anyway, music-wise. But it's just sort of. Again, you know, I'd probably do it. I wouldn't mind doing it if you know, if I could get the people together, and again, if they could do what they were told, and I could practice, you know, then you know, I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just, you know.
And what about recordings? And do you sell, you know?
I've got they're all on MySpace.
Yeah, what is your MySpace page?
MySpace page is obviously www.myspace.com/Hybropsyche. That's HYBROPSYCHE. I just said that again. www.myspace.com/Hybropsyche. HYB for Bravo, ROPSYCHE. Pastor who does the drums for me and what have you. He's sort of he's the technical whiz on the setting up the MySpace page, because now you can actually buy them from there. Just using PayPal, you add it to your basket, that type of thing. You just click straight on button, which he's sorted out. So that's even easier now.
So you know, you'll be the next Arctic Monkeys then, or something like that, because didn't they start on MySpace? I don't understand how all this works actually.
You've got to do a lot of promotion. I mean, I had the Arctic Monkeys pestering me when they first formed. I was always getting these emails from Arctic Monkeys saying they were appearing at Birdwell Working Men's Club, and I'm thinking, who cares? And it just shows you, doesn't it? I should have gone and had a nosy, but I don't know how they got my email address. No, because at the time I wasn't on MySpace or anything, but they did a good job on self-promoting.
So how do you promote on MySpace then? How would you do it?
Well,
you have to set up a music account rather than a personal one. That's what you have to do first.
But the thing is, what happens is you would create a MySpace page, and certain areas like America favours MySpace, I think it is. Europe favours Facebook, and other areas favour other of these sort of sites. But the general way they work in this country is most bands will have a MySpace page on which you can download their music, and you can certainly hear a couple of tracks as sample tracks. So it's really good for that. But then they might have a Facebook page, and it's in Facebook. But it has changed.
So rather than sort of recording a CD, I would be able to go onto MySpace, onto Hybropsyche, Hybropsyche, and set up an account and download your stuff.
No, you can't. You can't download.
You would buy a CD.
You buy a,
okay.
There's about, I think it's about 8 songs on there. You can get about 8 songs on that. You got most of the songs, like a clip of it, if you like, and a picture of. Certainly a picture of the CD, the album it comes from.
Right.
But and then you can buy.
Now you're talking. You can actually buy something solid.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just like, I mean, have you gone on Amazon? Stuff like that. It's a similar sort of thing.
Right.
You can go in and have a listen, and then think, right, it's off their album, and then, I like that one, so I'll buy that album.
Yeah.
And then so this album will basically be available from today.
Yep.
Graham, it's a whole new world out there, isn't it?
Yep. But I still like my CDs. I've always loved CDs. I prefer CDs to vinyl. I know a lot of my mates don't. A lot of my mates are going, "No, it's not as good as vinyl." But it is for me. It's 10 times better. Just so clean. I don't have to faff around with them brushes and things and solutions and stuff. It's just a lot easier for me. So, musically, what would you say your major influences are? or have you? If you've got that many that you can't really think of them, or put it another way, if you haven't got influences, what are your favourite bands at the moment?
I don't really listen to. Probably to quote Mark Lamar, really. He's, I've got all my heroes, so I don't like. There's not really much out of the new stuff that really, that
grabs
really
you.
Turns my crack.
No.
So it was sort of. It's a lot of the old.
New
70s,
Order,
80s.
New Order.
I
that
wasn't
sort of stuff.
that into New Order. I don't mind some of their stuff. I did have. Let me think. Probably from 70s. ELO was a big. Like the ELO in the 70s.
Yeah.
And obviously some of the punk stuff.
Yeah.
80s. Jesus and Mary Chain were a welcome change when there was everything else were all Ponzi out there.
Yep.
The Cure, Sisters of Mercy.
So what about
lots of
Susie and the Banshees?
I didn't really follow them.
No.
And a lot of people, I weren't really into the Smiths either. A lot of people were into the Smiths. I think some people would argue that the Smiths influenced the Cure and stuff like that. But what else? A lot of the indie bands that you might not have heard of, like the Flatmates.
Yeah, did you like Simple Minds and bands like that at the time?
No, I weren't into them. Obviously, Soft Cell, Ultravox, Visage, and Gary Newman, of course. I'm going to see on Friday. Newman!
Yeah.
You're going to see in the Corporation. Paul Pasty's coming down. We're going to.
I don't know why, but I just like Human League sound to me. That were they an influence?
I've got their Dare album. I must admit, and I think I've got the Octopus album. But I remember when we were kids, because there used to be the RP Society. Up at Top End of West Street, I think. And I think that was near Devonshire Green, because we used to go park, but we also, because obviously I'm from Donny, we went to Sheffield to do that, to come meet there, and this woman who were running that then took us to where the shop where Human League used to practice above. That was a bit.
Well, we've got an interesting thing on Spirit of the Wapentake tomorrow. We're interviewing Neil Anderson, who was. I don't know his exact role within it, but he was definitely heavily into the sort of electro-punk music scene of the sort of 70s and 80s, and he was involved in some way with the Limit nightclub on West Street. He's written a book called Take It to the Limit, and it also includes information about the old Buccaneer Bar and the Wapentake, including pictures of my Auntie Olga and that. And so I'm having him on the show tomorrow to talk about the book and how it came about, his particular working his way through the music scene, and it should be interesting. So you'll have to have a listen to that, see if there's anything of any because they've been on about opening a Limit Club again in Sheffield, but whether that ever comes about, I don't know. They keep having talk of it, and there is a big event coming up at the end of the month that is a sort of relaunch of the book that he's just brought out. There will be a few famous people at that, I reckon. So that should be good. I think what we'll do now is we'll play the third track, because time's marching on. What's this one called?
This is the title track from the Newtopia album. So.
Right, go for it.